Good evening, Mr. Bhatt.
Good evening, Aastha. How are you today?
I am doing good. How are you?
I'm doing great.
So, what is it on the table that's lying here?
It's a jigsaw puzzle. I
Okay.
think we are planning to take this to the medical Chennai,
Oh, wow.
and we are trying to have some fun at the booth.
That's fantastic. Could you tell me a little bit more about this?
Do you want to know what this puzzle is all about, and we are going to talk to the hospitals and manufacturers there?
Yes, please.
So, do you remember any of the points that you were there with us in Medical
Yeah.
Kolkata
Yeah.
and you met a lot of hospital owners? Do you know any pain points of the most of the hospital owners that have? Yeah.
So, I think with Medical Kolkata, there was a lot of distrust. They were not able to trust us that if we would actually provide them with what we are claiming. So,
Is it because maybe they have a bad experience with the previous
Yes.
agencies that they have worked with?
Right.
Kind of thing. Yeah, I think I remember they had issues with the website, and then their return on investment on the social media presence, or maybe to some extent they were also lacking in terms of their branding
Right.
and how they wanted to establish themselves as a brand rather than just a healthcare business. So yeah. So I think this puzzle is going to explain everything. So while solving this puzzle, we will be telling them that we are in this industry for 20 years now, and specifically focusing on healthcare for 5 years. We have 500 plus clients already that we solved. And since Medical Kolkata, we have worked with many hospitals in India now, who is our esteemed clients, and we are helping them with their website or digital marketing, social media, and everything.
Right. So, sir, as amazing as that sounds, but I feel that even when we were at Kolkata, doctors had a lot of skepticism. They wouldn't trust us easy. So let's do a role play when I am a hospital owner and I'm coming to your booth to talk about these digital transformation services. But my major challenge as a hospital owner is that I have a very minimal website with very minimal details, not enough to attract patients. And also my social media presence is not good. How would you propose to solve that?
So usually I would tell you how practically we solve this in our day-to-day life is that we compare their competitors, like we compare them with the competitors and work with them on a strategical part where we list down what kind of pages should be there, what should be the section on the website and everything. So from planning to the UI and UX design, wireframing, everything that we help with. And that is what we have mentioned in our website design services that we offer to them. And then from the launch, after launch, they have some issues with the website maintenance as well, because they have pretty old websites, not updated for many years now. Search engine keeps on crawling the pages and putting them behind the competition. So they need to have a fresh content every month, right? So we also help them with the updating the website as well, with the website maintenance package, which are very cost effective. It's not like huge investment they will be doing on month basis. So this is how we solve their website problems. And then when it comes to the digital marketing, which is, we call it performance marketing now, because we no longer work on the activities, we just work on the performance. So there are KPIs that we agreed to, and based on that KPI that we measure every month, and we show the progress on that, and we take corrective actions based on the results that we produce. So I think performance marketing is what our key proposition at Medical Chennai this time. And
So, performance marketing also talks a lot about return on investment. It focuses on return on investment. So, my second point as a hospital owner would be that, okay, I like your services, but I am also really worried about the money that I will put in and the return that I will get on that money.
So what sort of typical budget that you have, like these hospitals has in terms of their digital transformation journey?
So, Mr. Bhatt, you mentioned that performance marketing covers a lot about return on investment. And I think as a hospital owner, my second most challenge is the promise of return on investment. Because this was our experience at Medical Kolkata also, that a lot of hospital owners that came said that we've engaged with a lot of agencies, but they haven't been able to give us our money's worth. So this is also my challenge. How would you propose to solve that?
The simple thing is that we have been doing this for 5 years, so we exactly know what thing works for the hospitals, whether it's a multi-speciality or a corporate hospital or a polyclinic or any kind of a hospital. And we know exactly how to target their audience and how to geographically target the market that they are trying to capture and everything. So the way we work is that we not just give them a list of activities that we will be doing, but we are also agreeing on the KPIs that we will be achieving every month. And even if there is any improvement needed, we will take the corrective actions on that. So I think so. Performance marketing is something which every hospital now should be focusing on rather than just the digital marketing. And yes, you are right. They had bad experiences. It could be the bad hiring. They might have worked with individual freelancers or maybe smaller agencies or maybe agencies like large but don't have the required healthcare experience. And that's where I think we stand out from the others. And we have a positive case studies with us, which we are taking to the Chennai based on the previous medicals that we exhibited. So now I think it's all about taking the decision that they just wanted to try out Zealous for their digital transformation journey.
So, Mr. Bhatt, you mentioned about case studies. What is it all about?
So case studies, it's not like when we onboard the client for the project, we try and audit their social profile or maybe the website presence, keyword rankings, and everything, right? And we also measure their cost per click if it's a paid marketing campaigns. And before we begin, we just see what it is, and every month we try and measure that using the latest tools and technologies that is available with us. So based on that, we constantly collect that data and use this data for our decision making process every month to plan out the next activity based on what is working for them, what is not. So those are the case studies that we have in last 1.5 years from working with different hospitals in different regions. And that's we are taking to medical and share it with the potential hospital owners. And but it will be a reports that we can show them that has a real progress on new patient acquisition or maybe traffic to the website or maybe increase in their brand like on the social media followers and everything. So these are the one that going to be very exciting for us to present to them.
So, Mr. Bhatt, you mentioned about reporting. How do you ensure data privacy for these hospital owners then?
So I think it's there are various factors that we consider for the data privacy. One is the HIPAA compliance that we try and implement in each every web projects that we do. So and apart from this HIPAA compliance, we make sure that any patient data is not stored on the database for past 40 days. So after 14 days, that data will not be available to anyone. So that is another thing that we take care for every leads that we capture. So even at the marketing level, we try. It's not just that the patient's data. It's also their contact details are not available after 14 days. So when it comes to the security, their websites and the websites are highly secured on the SSL and everything. And then we have a regular maintenance on the data and we make sure that it is not available to any random or some unauthorized people kind of thing. So that's how it is. And when it comes to the reporting the visit, I don't think so we are relieving any of the patient data. It's more about tracking the visits and from where the traffic is coming and kind of thing. So I think there is no issues in that.
So, Mr. Bhatt, another one of our target segment is the medical equipment suppliers. Now, for them, they feel that trade shows are the only place where they can get visibility. But how would you convince them, or how would you tell them that digital marketing?
Let me help you this. I understand what you are saying. This is where it fits. So this is what we have for the manufacturers, and obviously I have been facing these questions many times in Kolkata as well. And the way we have been helping them, I just tell you based on our research experiences, is that they have really poor web presence. They spend tremendous amount of money on the offline exhibitions, but they don't have the proper website that probably educates about the product features or maybe make it easily available information for on the different devices. They are not more mobile responsive sites as well. So the way we have helped them is that correcting their web presence. Second thing is that these people needs to be in front of hospitals whenever people are searching for them, which means that they need to work on their branding guideline as well, because they have to stand out from the competition. So we have helped them with the branding, correcting their not just the logo and the guidelines and everything, but we also help them with their presentations and everything. So we help them with their branded PowerPoint presentations that they should be using for this offline kind of thing. I tell you that one of the manufacturers that we helped in Hyderabad was like we created a video for them. So they had a booth where they had a TV where they had a product demo. So we had them with the product explainer video, right? And I think that's where we have. So there are many ways we can help digitally to this manufacturer and everything. It's only that they should be willing to invest on the digital side as well, as long as like they are spending too much money on the offline, but they also have to spend some money on the online side as well to correct the online and offline strategy working for them. So I think that's how we can help them as well.
Oh, all right. So this sounds very promising, but how can you ensure that your digital marketing strategies and services will actually deliver them results?
So there are multiple options that we are taking with us. It's not just that we have long-term contracts that they have to sign off and then they, feel like they are tied up with us. So they start smaller with us, like we have a free trials for them. So let's say if they wanted to get any small changes needed to be done in the website, if they want us to produce some content for them as a trial, we have that trial period for them where they can validate whether we understand their industry product or maybe the hospital services that they provide. Once they are confirmed that, okay, these people knows what they are doing, we have a smaller contracts, like 3 months, right? You just try out services for 3 months. No 2-year, 5-year contracts, which typical digital marketing agencies or performance marketing agencies or any website development agencies would have in place. So they can try us for 3 months, right? Where they agree on a small budget first, rather than the actual budget that they wanted to. The small budget, if we give them a return on their investment, they can go ahead and maybe revise after 3 months. And then I think we do not look for a short-term relationship. So we probably believe in long-term relationship, and then we say that, okay, what is your vision for next 2 years or 5 years? And then based on their vision that they have, we try to form the marketing strategy for them and work with them. But I think having a free trial, then a smaller contract period, and then understanding and delivering the actual results, I think that could not be a better testimony than you probably all seen yourself and experienced with the agency. So I think that's going to be delivered the results for the client.
All right. So Mr. Bhatt, let's assume that I'm sold and I want to associate with you. How is it going to work?
Good question. I think this is something which we have done successfully with some of the manufacturers that we have worked in past. And based on our experience, what we feel is that your offline marketing team is always have the anxiety about how this digital transformation journey will begin and how will it result into the entire their like marketing objectives, right? So we work with them very closely on training them for certain activities. We go on a call, one-on-one call with them, try to get some questionnaires filled along with on a virtual calls, and then try and explain that these are the materials that we are going to produce, which they can also use in their offline marketing strategies that they might have, let's say, some of the exhibitions that they are going. And also, we also help them with the email marketing, let's say pre-exhibition. So we schedule the drip campaign for them, right? And they probably can have an pre-booked appointments before even they, participate in the event. So this is how we work with their offline team as well. So it's look like, it's not a one team and another team. It's like one team, like what we work together. And I think that's how we progress together. And that's why I'm saying that we always look for a long-term relationship. It's not the short-term one.
Fantastic.
And Aastha, before you go, what do you think about this brochure and the cards that we are going to have them that they can take away with them?
Oh, they look very great. They cover everything about how we're going to actually solve their unsolved. So I'm hoping that they convert. And while we were talking, we actually have solved the unsolved here.
Yes, and that's the goal. We wanted to solve the unsolved by a puzzle.